So what should I be looking for as a parent? What's that checklist that I need to go through every morning before I send little Lori off to school?
Well, we've talked about so many things over time, but we're going to reiterate them now. First of all, a good night's sleep. You know, the funny thing is that there are many things that lower the body's immune system. In other words, if two kids go to school and are exposed to the same germs, one has gotten a good night's sleep and eaten well, and the other one has not, that child who has not might be more at risk to pick up that virus that day. So it's more important than ever is that people disconnect their children from their electronic devices an hour or more before bed that isn't related to homework. Make their kids get a good night's sleep, not playing on the phone and all those things all night, and getting little Lori up to eat breakfast. Non-carbohydrates, just some protein and fat to help keep the energy level up all day, because taking the appropriate vitamins, getting the good night's sleep, and getting the proper nutrition helps fuel your immune system and makes it stronger that day. So that if you are exposed to something, and not just COVID-19, but anything, that you're less likely to catch it. So parents have more responsibility. You know, people tell us all the time, I can't get Lori out of bed until just before we have to leave. Well, I'd be happy to have my mom come over and she could do the same thing she did when I was a kid. I'm not sure if it was a baseball bat or a sock filled with pennies, but you got out of bed. And so the parents have to do that. They have to have the responsibility of making them that meal and sending them off to school with the hand gels and things that the school allows. Make sure there are legal things they can bring and that they understand the idea of the mask and the responsibility. But the best thing is how they start off the day.
Right. So do you suggest that parents do temperature checks before they send them off? And, you know, what are those symptoms that they should look for? You know, if little Lori wakes up and she has a fever and she's vomiting, I mean, do I assume it could possibly be COVID? Keep her home. You know, what are those suggestions you have?
Well, it's hard, you know, because every parent has a different agenda. You know, some parents will look the other way if they think their kids are sick in a normal non-COVID year because they have to go to work and they're afraid they'll lose their job. They're not vindictive people. They're not doing it to infect everybody. But some people don't have an option of keeping their kids home and don't pay attention to that. And other people, a child sneezes once in a COVID era and they think their child needs to stay home for 2 weeks.
Right.
Here's the terrible thing. There really isn't any way to take the temperature of humans accurately. Yes, I know we have all these laser guns and scan people's foreheads all the time, and I wonder, like, everyone is 95.7 today. You know, the truth of the matter is, whether the manufacturers want you to know it or not, you are a very intelligent woman, and you must have imagined to yourself, how is it we can point something at a forehead with skin outside a bone, whether it's in the sun or in an air-conditioned car, and get the temperature of someone's core? You can't.
Thank you.
And in the mouth of most people, it isn't that accurate.